Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. It's Nancy here from American Pet Professionals, and welcome to another episode of Digging into the Pet Industry. We are streaming live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. So wherever you're watching from, thank you so much for watching. And if you're listening to a future podcast episode, thank you so much for listening. Today I have on a special guest, Howie, oh my gosh, Poppy Howard Wall. How are you, Poppy?
I'm great, thank you. How are you, Nancy?
I'm doing good. My brain was thinking we have Poppy on from across the pond from Pet Connect USA. And Poppy, this is the 7th annual show. I cannot believe it's already 7 years in existence.
I know, it's crazy. It flies by, I think, when you have, an event like this and it just grows and takes into forms. But, as the industry has just kept growing over the last 7 years, so have we. And so really excited to be able to bring it back due to, the industry need and demand year on year. So really excited.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I can't believe how it always comes up super fast. So I can't believe we're so close. But I'm super excited to have you on the show so you can tell people a little bit more about what people can expect at the show. But before we jump in, when are you getting to LA?
I am going to be arriving in LA on the 1st of December. We have quite a large show this year, so getting in early to make sure everything's in place for you guys. And going to be, hoping to do a little bit of looking around, soak up some sun in December, because we tell you we're not seeing any of that in London.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
I get in on the 2nd, so Monday before the event. The same thing with the time change. I wanted to take a little bit of time to adjust and prepare and make sure everything that I'm doing at my round table for Wednesday will run smoothly. So I always like to be ahead of the game getting there. So I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely. And I think, there is so much that gets packed into the 3 days, and it's, you can get tired. So definitely good to be arriving early and adjusting to that, ready to go.
Exactly. And like you, I'm hoping to do a few things on Monday, potentially in LA. We are in a fun area. I was looking on Google Maps, like everything that's nearby. I was like, oh, I didn't realize we were like right in the middle of LA. So it should be a lot of fun playing tourist. I haven't been to LA in a while, so I'm looking forward to it. So speaking of, can you tell people that, some of our viewers or listeners that may not be familiar with Pet Connect USA all about the event?
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's so much to get into, but I think the main thing I would say is, this event has been driving connection and innovation in the industry since 2018. It's grown year on year. This year, we're looking at having around 400 people there, which is going to be fantastic. We are really a industry driving growth forward and partnerships forward event. This is not your average trade show in the pet industry. I know probably a lot of the listeners will be familiar with those kind of events, and while those are great for all of their own reasons, this is a much more partnership like focus, meeting people, bringing the whole ecosystem together to really look at what is coming up in 2025 and beyond. What are the key things that everyone's thinking about, and how are we addressing them, and who is addressing them? What is the top innovation in the industry? We have so many incredible innovators that are so passionate about the pet care industry. And, that's in the services side and on the healthcare side. And, what is upcoming there? And also, to hear from the big players of, what are their plans to drive this forward? What are their plans for, increasing access to care and all that sort of thing? So it's an event that really encompasses the top challenges for the industry. It pushes forward, networking and growth and partnerships. And it is really a meeting of, C-suite executives across the industry to really make decisions and for 2025 and beyond, and to really create those plans that are going to be the things that are driving the industry over the years to come. So it is a 3-day so the first day on the 3rd is a pre-day. Unfortunately, our pre-day is full for innovators.
No, that's exciting that it's sold out. Congratulations.
Yeah, We still have slots for investors because we want to be able to connect as many investors as possible. For us, for the innovators, we really believe that we have some of the best companies, upcoming in the space. So we want to be able to give them as many opportunities as possible to meet with their future partners. But the 4th and the 5th are 2 full days. We have panels, networking, drinks receptions, lunch and learn sessions to really delve into specific parts of the industry, like bringing, your brand to market, what is important in those branding pieces. We're looking at collaborative care, how marrying vet clinics and business management, and we have Blue Pearl and the American Animal Hospital Association speaking on that. We're doing, fun things like we've never really done before, like offsites to vet clinics. So it's going to be a really jam-packed 3 days, and we're really excited. But yeah, 3-day event, really driving forward decisions in the industry and connecting leadership there.
I love it. And I know that if people, we're going to put the link in after this, but people can go in and get the agenda if they're interested in attending, because I think if you look at the agenda, I mean, I was looking on the portal and I was like, okay, I got to come back to this when I can fully concentrate, because there's so many great things, right, that are happening. So that is always exciting. And there's, I think, something for everybody at the event, whether you are a pet product manufacturer or a veterinarian. Wouldn't you say that it kind of encompasses all areas of the pet industry? It's not just like a trade show that is, for retailers or pet product manufacturers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we connect the entire pet ecosystem. That is, something that we're so proud of, to bring everyone together. And it makes it so efficient, because it is an event that you can attend and you can speak to the leaders in all of those different areas and meet a lot of business needs in one place, which is, one of the biggest things is we want this to be a really useful thing for the industry and for our attendees. And that's why, we connect the entire ecosystem. We have top veterinarians, we have distributors, manufacturers, marketing firms, we have big animal health companies such as Zoetis, we have, big top vet services, we have insurance, across the board, nutrition experts, we have, product developers, and everything in between. It's just a real meeting of those people that are leading and innovating in the space, and for them all to connect and speak to one another and inform the audience about what's going on. So, people can think about their 2025 strategy, knowing what everyone else is thinking and where the industry is heading. It's also consultants giving a picture of the space, of what they're thinking, of innovators' overviews. We have M&A experts coming in for those mid-sized brands that have been really growing over the years. And we have, some of our best in show winners coming back to do an update on what's happened since they've been there. I know that, we have case studies of innovators that have met their leading investors now and getting ready for that. So yeah, it is definitely for everyone and can serve a lot of different needs in one place. And that's what I think makes it really special and a really great thing that we're really proud of as a team to put together year on year for the industry.
I love it. I love it. And you talked about best in show. I'm going to ask you a question about that in a second. But for people that are going, they can not only go to the panel sessions and learn in the educational sessions and the roundtables, but the one thing that I've always loved about your show are the one-on-one events and meetings. Can you tell us a little bit about how to schedule those and for attendees? Or somebody that's thinking, because you might be that small startup business and be like, there's investors there, blink, blink, what? You could actually meet with them, right?
Yeah. So I think what's, like one of our things that we value the most at Pet Connect is connection. It's in the name for a reason. And that reason is we build in pre-scheduled networking time. So along with things like drinks and lunches and everything like that, we have pre-scheduled one-to-one meetings, which you can go onto our Swap Card app, which is live now for attendees to go on and request meetings with all attendees at the conference. It doesn't matter if it is someone senior from a massive corporate and you're a little startup, or if it is the other way around and you're, coming from Zoetis or something, and you want to meet, the top innovators. It works both ways. It's democratic in that way. Everyone can request meetings with each other. We have designated meeting tables where those would take place, and you just go onto the app, look through the attendee list, book your meetings in. They come in 20-minute slots, and there's 5 minutes turnover. So we have 10 hours of networking time assigned for things like that, and it is really honestly one of the best things to take advantage of. And anyone attending or thinking about attending, that would be my first thing I would say. Get your registration sorted and get onto the app and start booking in those meetings, because it's also, what I really like about that as well is that you can plan your time so efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
If you know who you're going to meet with who, and you're not sort of chasing some round a trade show floor,
Right.
trying to see them and handing cards, it's real sit down time, and it makes it efficient because it isn't a super long meeting, but it's there, when it's happening, and you can kind of attend this session, attend that session, have my 3 meetings, get my lunch, do that, and you know what you're going to be doing. You're not there sort of figuring out, okay, I want to talk to this person, but where are they and who are they? They're going to be at that table at that time you've put it in. And I think that is, something that we've built out over the years, and is really an important thing in actually creating, partnerships and growth from it that is direct from it. And so you can see that ROI really clearly.
I think it's fantastic. And I would say to anybody that is maybe new and up and coming and might be nervous, like putting in that meeting request for somebody, do it anyway, because people want to meet you. They want to learn about your product, right? And you can ask them questions about what they do. It's such a fantastic way to utilize your time while you're there. And I think that's so important to.
And the other thing I would say, Nancy, just on that as well, is that the app stays live after the event.
Yes.
So you can go back in and, if you haven't been able to meet with someone for whatever reason, you've booked up your meeting slots and you think, oh, actually that person would be really great. It's still there. Their information is still in that app, months after. So you can go back, find it, try and connect that way, use it via LinkedIn. And I think it's a really nice tool that it stays with you. It's not just fleeting from the event.
Right.
And you're there and it's all, and then you're gone. It stays there, and you can continue to utilize that.
Yeah, I love that part of it. It's really great. So let's talk a little bit about Best in Show. How does that work for anybody that has not heard about the Best in Show aspect of it?
Yeah, so our Innovation Showcase Best in Show is one of the top things that this event is known for. When we started back in 2018, we ran it, and it really is an opportunity for innovators of all sizes, pre-seed, Series B and beyond, to pitch their product, what they're doing, where they're at, and what they're looking for, and how they're going to grow to our entire audience. So unfortunately for this year, we have selected our finalists now, and they're a really great bunch, and they're all working on their presentations. And it's fantastic for, those looking to build their innovation pipeline, to survey all those companies and see those pitches on stage. It's a fantastic opportunity for those innovators to see, to present to so many partners, potential partners, and potential investors and audience members across the board, to really put that product out there and show what they're doing and show that they're leading in it. And it is, 5 minutes, quick fire and a couple of questions from our judging panel. And then it's audience votes. So the winner is chosen by the audience, which I think is really nice to see that support from the community as well. Everyone gets really involved. When voting opens, everyone's on their phone, tapping away to do their votes. And we have, with the reason we're this year doing a winners check-in is to, show that we've had some really great things come out of it for our innovators, not just for the winners, but for all of them. We didn't see you, or we didn't know about this product, and then you were on stage and we saw it, and you can talk about it. You can use the materials again and again, but also you can utilize those connections, and people see you, to a huge room rather than having, so you can do it in those one-to-ones, and then you can also follow up from it as well. So yeah, it's a really thing that we're really proud to be able to do, and like to see as well the journey that our innovators go on from there. It can be a real confidence builder. That there is real interest in what our innovators are doing. And so really excited to see what the pitches come out this year and who ends up winning. I think there are some really strong contenders. So
do they win like a prize, or do they just get the Best in Show, accolades?
Yeah, so our winners will get pre-event interviews with our team. So we'll be putting all of that out. You're free tickets to attend the next year and sort of build on those connections. We'll definitely do the winners check-in again next year.
Okay.
So it's another slot on the stage. And we stay really closely connected to our winners, and we like to support them in our journey. So we use our connections to push them along their
I
journey as
love
well.
that. I love the fact that I've seen people win from the very first show back in Austin and what'd you say, 2018? Like,
Yeah.
is it that fast already, that far away? But like knowing people that have went to that show, pitched for the Best in Show, and then went on, and even people from the last couple of years. So it's always fun to watch their journey, even if it's from afar or actually personally knowing people that,
Yeah.
pitched. I've told so many people, like, you need to go pitch for this. It's a really great event. So seeing those people over the years do really good. Can you tell us a bit about the 3 reasons you think people should attend this event if we haven't covered it already?
Yeah, so I think like one of the key things is this event is going to be really good for your 2025 strategy build. Just to be able to survey what is going on, in pharmacy, in market expansion strategies, in pet travel, in insurance, in, financial innovations, in creating, mobile clinics and access to care, in technological innovation, and, to understand like what is going on in each sector of the market from true experts and leaders in that is just going to be invaluable to understanding where you should be positioning yourself, what tools you should be using, and what is really important for your business, large or small, going into the next year. It's not every day that you can see competitors and innovators in the same room. It's not every day that you can connect and understand where you can strategically come together. So I think that, in terms of building for the next few years, it is going to be invaluable load of information. Bring a notebook, write down what people are saying, because it can really just help to, position yourself and understand exactly where you should be and what you should be building, potentially what you should be acquiring, what is the gaps in the market that you could potentially be filling. So I think those are all really key things. The next one I would say is, securing partnerships, investment clients. We have, some really great partnerships with vets and insurers that we're going to be showcasing on the stage, of how that's come together and how that can be mutually beneficial. We've got Paige Ellen from Leap and Rachel Shepherd from Mars talking about, how their partnership came together,
Yeah.
and how they built this, incredible accelerator together.
Yeah.
But, Michelson Found Animal and Mars, you didn't know if it was going to always be a partnership, and then it became,
Yeah.
and it's things like that it's just building those partnerships, meeting potential investors from, if they're relevant to you now or in the future, and also just those, I was speaking to one of our speakers, Candice, and she was saying it's also just those, obviously the pre-scheduled meetings and everything, but it's also just those corridor conversations, or what you get from someone out of, just grabbing a beer or
Yeah.
something like that. The insights and information, you never know where it's going to come from, and it can just be incredibly transformative. So I think building those connections, building those partnerships, meeting key clients for our manufacturers, distributors, large, firms. We have so many of the veterinary chains there. It's so important for that. And also, I think, the third thing I would say is to really be engrossed in this industry. At the end of the day, this industry all operates to drive better outcomes for pet parents and for pets themselves. That is what we all strive to do. And it is, one of the best industries to be in, because that is such a phenomenal goal, and can bring so much, human animal bond, driving that forward, like in, where things can be stressful and the world can be what it is. It is amazing to just be able to really feel like you're part of a mission, driving things forward, building those connections, and really, getting your investment, building your pipeline, and building your strategy is invaluable. And time spent doing that, I think, can really serve companies and businesses well throughout the year.
Yeah, I love it. I think that, it always trickles down to the pet parents and the pets, right? And that's what we strive for, is to have the best products and innovation to help our pets, right? That's like the connecting factor why our industry is so great, not to mention all the amazing people in it. But we're always, if you go off topic and you're like, so what kind of dog do you have? Forget
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I
The
know.
whole, I have to I I have to keep our meetings here at American Pet Professionals like, let's talk about the pets at the end, because we'll talk
Yeah,
about that the whole meeting, right? Did you see that my dog did this? Like, it's just how
I
we
know.
go. It's so funny. Will there be any dogs at the event? Do you know?
Well, we welcome them. We
Okay.
have some come every year. We had
Okay.
Elvis at EU came along, and we
Uh,
welcome them. Some people bring them. Obviously, when people fly over, it can be more difficult, but that's
right.
something that we're going to be discussing at the event. How can we travel more with our pets and make sure they're in our lives 24/7? So
Yep.
yeah, I encourage people to bring some along, and yeah, hope to see some.
I love it. I love it. We hope to see some too. It's always fun to be in a room and hear a dog barking in the background. If I go to other conferences outside of the pet industry, I'm like, these people don't realize how boring their conferences are when there's no dogs interrupting. It's really funny. So, is there still an opportunity for people to register who might want to attend?
Yeah, there is. So as I said, still opportunity for investors on the pre-day.
Okay.
Just get in touch with me directly. And then when it comes to the two main days, the 4th and the 5th, we still have room, although we are filling up fast. So we still can accommodate a few more attendees. Really want to be connecting as many people as possible. And we have, some incredible team here that can help people register, get themselves onto their Swap Card app, and you can also register via the website. I'm sure we'll put the link in. But yeah, definitely flying off the shelves a little bit this week, but
Yep.
really hoping to see some more familiar and new faces there. So really excited.
I love that. And the one thing that I think you guys are doing that's new, that's already sold out, but I feel like this is the first time you're doing it this year, is the reverse pitch, right? With the on the pre-day with the investors.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because that is so cool.
Yeah, so we did this in the EU and it worked really, really well. Is that we are going to have some of the top most active investors in the industry pitching to the startup. So I know that can seem a little bit kind of new to people, but it's just to really ensure that targeted networking. So we want to make sure that people are making the most out of their pre-scheduled meetings, and we want to make sure that our startups and our investors are getting the most out of the conference. And in doing so, we thought, put the investors on the stage for 2 minutes and just say, this is who I am, this is my ticket size, this is who I'm looking to meet, the kind of company I'm focused on. And then after that, we're going to open up the pre-day bookings so that people can connect with investors that are really relevant to them and are going to be, the right people for them to be speaking to and investing that time into. And from there, if you have those conversations on the pre-day, you can continue that conversation later in the event. We wanted to start off really strong from that and get everyone in line with who is the right people for them to be speaking to, and then move that along over the next 3 days. So yeah, I think it's really important because, a lot of the time you just can see that someone's an investor and that can be like, oh, great, let's go and talk. And actually, if it's not the right fit for you, then you may feel a little bit disappointed with,
Right.
having tracked someone down. So really making sure, okay, this is who is relevant for me. This is who I want to be meeting with, and then ensuring that that can happen over the days. So really looking forward to that. It worked really well at EU, and I think it will be great for this audience as well. So
I think it's really fantastic. And I think for the next year, you'll have to open up more spots on the pre-day and do that again, because I think that's something that's really intriguing, right? Like, just like you said, investor, you don't know who they invest in. Even if they show in their portfolio, some are public, some
yeah.
aren't, you might not know, like, this might not be a fit for me, So
And, they change kind of the kinds of companies they're looking for
right.
over, quarters and different years. So it's really great. Someone you might not know could stand up and say, I am actually really interested in nutrition now, or we're really interested in anyone that has this particular technology. We have, an opportunity open at the moment for startups that have parent facing apps or their own PIMS integration system that isn't reliant on a third party, to come and join some really exciting pitch sessions for us. So if there is anyone watching that applies to, let us know. Although the Innovation Pre-Day is full, we still do have opportunities for that to connect to some really exciting companies. So definitely, look out for that and let us know if that is you and you're interested in attending. But yeah, as I've said, and don't want to keep saying the same kind of thing, but we are really wanting to drive growth in this industry. That's why we do what we do. We really want to drive growth. We want to see new innovations succeed. And sometimes innovation can fail, not because it isn't a fantastic product, but because you're not in front of the right people, you don't get the right advice, it isn't the right timing. So really, trying to mitigate that as much as possible, so all of the fantastic innovation that there is out there does impact our pets and make life easier for pet parents, and isn't lost. So yeah. And I think next year we are going to have to expand the pre-day.
Yes, because I think everybody wants to go to the pre-day, right?
I know. It's when you introduce new formats and look to, connect the industry in new ways, you never know kind of how it is going to go. So really so pleased with the enthusiasm that we've had, and we will definitely be catering for that going forward, and beyond, and throughout the event as well.
I love it. So any last piece of advice for somebody that's watching and is like, I just heard about this, I'm really thinking about going, what would you tell them as they're sitting there thinking about they want to go to this now?
Well, I would say get your ducks in a row before Thanksgiving, because we are coming up soon, and this is going to be a really transformative event. I'm confident that everyone that attends is going to have some really great meetings. It's going to be able to hear from incredible speakers and get some really useful insights. And I would tell them to get onto the website, check it out, work out, exactly what your travel schedule is going to be, who you're going to meet with, and get yourself onto the apps to start booking those meetings. It's filling up. Round tables are filling up. Your round table is full.
I saw that. I was like, oh my gosh.
So I would say there are still, fantastic opportunities for people to get involved, but it is definitely an urgency thing of get on, get moving, and get started, and start planning for 2025 and beyond, because that's what we're all going to be doing, and we're getting ready this week. So
exactly. And I would say personally, to anybody that's in the Los Angeles area, since it's being held in LA, San Diego, if you're in that surrounding area and you're in the pet industry and this is brand new to you, look at it, because I know you guys have moved this around a few times. So I'm not asking, or you don't have to tell, but it might not be in LA next year. So you never know what's going to happen, right? So definitely, if you're in the Los Angeles, San Diego, California area, definitely look at going to this, because it is going to be a fantastic event. I have been to multiple of these events since the beginning. I love how it's grown since the very first show, seeing all of the new companies and the bigger companies that are now been with your show for the last couple of years. It's really fantastic. So if you're local, you are going to miss out if you don't attend. That's what I would say.
Yeah. And for anyone that's local and in the pet industry, if you're not already attending, I would kind of say, what I hope, that you have,
what are you doing?
Important fun plans.
Yeah.
Because this is a huge opportunity. And even for people that might not be able to attend the full event for whatever reason, come along for some of it. We are doing a incredible hosted visit to Modern Animal in the area with Casco Pet, which is going to be a fantastic offsite, and we're really looking forward to that. So there is an opportunity for people to apply to attend there as well. So definitely check us out, email us with any questions you might have, and our team are ready to be coming to LA and helping push the industry forward with you. So we'd love to see as many people as possible.
I love it. I can't wait to meet you in person finally after all this time of planning over the last year. And Poppy, also, if there's anything else that I did not ask you about the event, is there anything that you want to add?
I think we've covered most of it. I think the main, thing is this is really going to be a meeting of decision makers in the industry, and it is, where pet business gets done and where innovation thrives. And I am so excited to hear about all of that and to see it happening in real life. But if anyone who is attending the event would like to meet with me to discuss next year or anything, I am also on the app, so feel free to connect with someone from my team or myself. And we'd love to talk about, how the event can grow going forward and what people enjoy on site. And so would love to kind of hear feedback. There will be a post-event survey, so wanting to get that. But in person, it is really great. And just grab me if you see me. I'll be running around.
You will. That's awesome. And how can people find out more about the event? What is the website? And we will put in that comments, but if you could just let everybody know now.
Yeah, it is Pet Connect USA Summit online, and you can just Google Pet Connect Summit, maybe Pet Connect Summit Casako. It will come up, and on LinkedIn as well, but we'll put the link below. But you can find us there. We do a lot of, exciting interviews and things on our page. I'm actually interviewing Molly McAllister this afternoon, which will be live on our page soon. So that'll be really exciting, talking about all things veterinary and those kind of like what's happening at the conference for our veterinarians in our audience. So really excited about that and her thoughts on the industry. We've had some great interviews with Chrissy Horvath that our head of marketing Jodie has been doing, which is fantastic, and lots of other great things. So I would definitely recommend checking it out for tips for the event and also for general industry insights. We do weekly bulletins and things like that. So
I love that. And they can see the interviews here on LinkedIn, correct?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So I will put that link in also for your LinkedIn page, and I'm excited to see you in 2 weeks.
I'm so excited. It's so nice to speak to you again. And I'm really excited to see how this full roundtable is and what you guys are going to come up with. I'm sure we'll have some incredible insights and maybe some really impactful decisions from it. So
yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's going to be so much fun and a lot of, really good information shared with everybody that signed up. So I look forward to meeting everybody at that as well and seeing all the attendees that are going. And seeing everybody in person right before 2025. It's a really great way to get you ramped up and planning for a good year.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much, Nancy.
All right, Poppy, thank you. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I'll see you soon.